So windy again. Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to it though. So, might as well start. Hey, how you doing? Serious wind. All right, so the hardest part about the wind is how much it takes out of you mentally, because it's just so loud. In fact, I'm going to go back and get my defense against the wind solution, which is, you know, the highly technical tool called earplugs. I have my hat on as tight as it'll go, and it's getting blown right off my face. Hey, thanks for the sub. It's insane how much wind there is. But here's the thing, it's just as bad as Wyoming. I have a bunch of announcements to make tonight and plans to go over. I'm super excited. I'll get to it in a bit. Hang tight, hang with me. Wow, we got a sub. Thank you for that. I'm going back to get earplugs. I just can't stand it. It's so loud I can't even think. Can you hear the wind? I'm guessing you can't. It's so bad. Reveal the new plan, yeah. It's stream related, it's not work related, so. Can you hear it? Is the mic on though? Let me check. Oh shit, the mic's not on. Sorry about that. It should be now. Okay, the wind should be gone now. Hang tight, I gotta go get my stuff. My trusty earplugs. Whew. Hi there. How are you doing? How are you doing? Be very quiet. I don't know why we're being quiet. Where are you? Where are you, earplugs? I know they're here somewhere. I know they are. I have so many of them. It's the truth. I have tons of them. That's kind of the problem. I have too many. All right, wait, what about here? Nope. Nope. Where are you, earplugs? Are they in here? I usually always put them in my bathroom drawer. But I changed bathrooms recently, so that might be what happened. Huh. Where are you? Oh, earplugs, where are you? I can't, I'll just get so grumpy. If I have to listen to that wind noise all ride, I'm gonna get really angry. And the announcement I have to do involves being okay with long distances with lots of loud noises. So, that is the plan. Nope. Dagnabbit. I swear I have like 24 of these. There they are. There's some. Yes. Okay. Earplugs. Why is the guy wearing earplugs? Isn't that dangerous? Yes, but it's less dangerous than me getting pissed off and running into traffic because I'm not concentrating. I don't care what people say. People say, oh, you're so dangerous putting earplugs. I'm like, how is it more dangerous than wearing a motorcycle helmet that can't hear anything outside of what's in the motorcycle helmet? How is it any more dangerous than being in a car with the sound blasted where you can't hear anything? How is wearing earplugs any different than that? So, there. So there. So there. Oh, so much better. Oh my God, now I can go forever. So much better. I'm so happy now. Audio quality change. Yeah, the audio quality goes down, but the noise also goes down. Believe me, you're gonna want that as soon as I get back in the wind. Here we go. Now the wind is just refreshing and not my nemesis. Well, it's still my nemesis, it's just not as annoying. And you know, being able to control and manage your mental state, especially if you're a long distance cyclist, is really, really important. Super freaking important. The only real downside of this is I can't hear my bike. So if my bike has an issue, like some weird sound or, I don't know, a hiss or something, of course I can't hear that, right? But, you know, you wouldn't be able to hear it in your car either. We have a specific goal today. Let me get into the rhythm and then I'll just start talking. Let me get off the dangerous roads here. Dude, these earplugs, I haven't trimmed them. Normally I'll trim the earplugs so that that little piece doesn't stick out. Because if this piece sticks out, it picks up the wind and it just puts it right in my ear. It's like a little wind antenna. Whew. Seriously, such bad wind. Apple Juice, what's up? I'm not gonna go crazy today. Off-road. Did you see these guys that climbed the Alps with fixed gear bikes and descended? It's crazy. Having a relaxing day. I'm on a bike. Being on a bike is relaxing. Ish. Even with the wind. Ugh. Watching me bike is relaxing. Oh, I'm glad you feel that way. Give you a nice something to put you to sleep. Watching bike streams is one of my favorite ways to go to bed. Just sit and watch people pedal away. I don't know, there's something about the road kind of relaxes me. We are running on 2 modems powered by one 25,000 milliamp Inuit battery. Trying something new today. If this works, all of my battery packs will be the same, so I can interchange them, which is a real big win. Based on what I'm going to announce. I'm gonna get 10 people in here before I do any announcement. Maybe 20. So stay tuned or come on back. I gotta get at least 10 or 20 people here before I announce anything. Hey, hi. So sad how many people have not learned to roller skate in the younger generations because they never had a reason to. They were playing Pokemon, Digimon, Minecraft. Holy moly. What a windstorm. How's everybody doing tonight? Having a good day at work? Work was hella boring for me. I can do the work, I'm good at it, but it's really boring. I really don't like it. But there are those who live to work because they love it, and those that work to live because they want to do what they love and it costs money. Like me. I've been both. Once upon a time I was more of a, do your thing, your passion. When I thought my passion was teaching computers, it really wasn't though. In fact, it was when I was running SkillStack that I first had the inclination to give everything up and go bike touring. And I saw a bike, and actually Doris, I asked her, I said, what do you think, would it be okay? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. So I had a good text chat with Doris today. By the way, I don't think we're posting to YouTube again. I think YouTube broke. YouTube constantly breaks their API. It's really bad. But so yeah, I got the bike tour, the touring bike, and decided that I would start training for it. It would give me something exciting to do. And it was exciting. It was really, really exciting. I did a lot of great day trips. I had to wait out lots and lots of North Carolina heavy duty downpours, which quite honestly, I really appreciate now, because it really trained me how to deal with bad rain on the bike. And I got that whole year I got a lot of training in how to deal with heavy rainstorms. So all of this stuff is kind of hinting at what I'm going to announce as soon as we get a few more people. So, and yes, it does involve rain. Let me give you some more hints. I just bought $600 worth of batteries. So that's a big hint. Big hint. Wow, are you seeing these trees? This wind bending these trees over. Wind is one thing on just a regular gear bike. It's totally worse on a fixed gear bike. Hey, how you doing, Sri? Oh, we are on YouTube. Yay, YouTube worked this time. This morning, YouTube didn't work. Siri fail. Fail, is that what that is? Siri fail? Oh shit. How many we got? We only got like 6 people. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I'm so lonely. I could die. Salon and spa. What's the difference between a fixed and a non-fixed? Hi, Joe. Joe Tech Show. What a great name. A fixed gear is the same as a single speed, except for you can't stop pedaling. If you pedal backwards, the bike goes backwards. You pedal forwards, you go forwards. That's a fixed gear. One gear. Right now I'm a 4614. 4414, I think. I'm going to switch it to a 4717, which gets me over a dozen skid patches, which is the only way I can stop by skidding, either with my shoe or by pulling the pedals so that the tires skid. Yeah. 6 whole people strong. You guys all know I've never chased the numbers. I never really have. I've streamed things that are really bad for the algorithm. And I've been a jerk. There's no secret. I'm probably still on some Twitch blacklist. Twitch is the kind of company to keep a blacklist, by the way. I'm grateful for Twitch, but some of their practices are pretty, I don't know, sketch is the word, I guess. That was all revealed when the source code got dumped. But that's another story for another day. That signal would have helped earlier before I brake to a stop. What happened to beginner boosts, may I ask? Beginner boost stopped. I made a video about it. You did not see it? Beginner boost is dead. Permanently dead. I killed it. AI killed beginner boost. It's not really even an exaggeration. It's kind of true. For two reasons, but mostly I just don't want to do it anymore. Doing the beginner boost took a tremendous amount of energy and focus and everything. So that's why I got rid of it. But in a very real way, AI killed it. Because AI can do better than I can do. There's a few things, tricks here and there that AI doesn't know about that I can help you with. But all of the main stuff that you need to learn, you can learn by having a good AI account. Oh, there's the signal, thank you. So, yep, the best thing you can use, excuse me, thank you. The best thing you can do is make AI your ally. If you can stomach it. The corporations that are developing AI are destroying water supplies and all kinds of stuff that we predicted with Bitcoin. It's all happening. And there's no regulation. It's just like the early industrial age when people couldn't breathe in London because there was so much smoke before the era of regulation. It was like, we can't let companies do whatever they want. But we're not in a regulatory era. We're in the era of roll back all the regulations. Therefore, if you want to stand on the higher ground and not use AI and die in the forest in Japan after having a fight with your mom, which actually happened. A recent college graduate died after a fight with his mom about using AI. His mom was using ChatGPT. They had a huge fight. He went outside to the mountains without the proper protection and everything. They found him dead. Don't do that. Be reasonable. Socratic method. Yeah, if you don't use the Socratic method and ask what to ask and have the interaction with the beginner boost, I mean, the boost, the AI, a good one, particularly Claude Opus, if you can afford it, is the best thing you can use to learn technical stuff. I actually was reviewing somebody's code today that was generated with AI. I have been coding shell scripts for close to 30 years, and I never knew about the -v test. -v. You know how you do like -e for the file exists, or -n for the string is empty? There's a -v that takes the name of the variable and tells you whether the variable has been set. And for all that time, I have been testing whether the variable with double quotes around it was an empty string. I could have been using -v instead. I learned that because I reviewed code that had been written by AI. So, AI is the second step. I already did that. If you go to RWXRob/boost. The new plan is get GitHub, get a terminal, get GitHub Copilot AI, which I don't think you can even do now. They blocked it because it was too popular. And then have it make a plan for you. One of the people that was paying me $250 a month for mentoring, for 4 sessions a month of mentoring, we kind of mutually concluded that he would be better off saving his money and giving it to somebody else. And by the way, he had determined that my mentoring was cheaper than the $800 he was going to pay online to some company to teach him something. So I said, take that money, pay $45 a month to get him Copilot, the highest one, the Pro version, the cloud model, and have it tell you what to do. Ask it, I want to get a tech job, what should I do? Well, here's the different kinds of tech jobs, blah, 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 blah. What kind of activities do you like to do? Have you thought about doing? Well, I thought about blah, blah, blah. So you have this whole conversation with the AI just like you would with a mentor. Except for the AI's got a lot more information than any mentor would have, including somebody with lots of experience like me. More importantly, not only does the AI have more information, but it has a broader depth of information. It might not have deep esoteric tricks here and there, but it will have a bunch of stuff. And so here's the thing. What you do is you start with the AI, okay? The AI is going to be 100 times better than any college course you're ever going to take. Any college course. Get the fuck out of college. If you're wasting your money on college in 2026, you're literally pissing that money away. Get the cheapest possible degree you can get so you can get through the door and spend the rest of the money on a home lab and AI. That's what you should do. Yep. So anyway, that's where the beginner boost went. That's exactly where the beginner boost went. Everybody in this town has the same dually rack, and they all bought it from Al's. That guy have a fixed gear? No. I was going to be impressed. I haven't seen a single fixed gear in the whole town. I don't even think they know what they are. All right, I need to look up some stuff. So give me a sec. Where's my ride with GPS? There it is. All right. I'm flying maps. Library. Cache County walking, Cache County running. Boo, 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 boo. Routes. Back way. Mount Pisgah out and back. Bonneville Shoreline Trail. That's what I want, yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this on the fixed gear, but we're going to try.
Rerouting.
Okay, so I can't read your chat for a second. I gotta figure stuff out.
Turn right, then turn right.
Where are we going? Wants me to go back. Reset. Wait, what? I think it's turned around. It is definitely turned around. Why does it think north is... It's really confused. this first? I think I have to go up that road. Oh, it wants me to go back. Huh. Oh, no, no, no. Is that where I came from? Where I'm going? Of course. It's like, oh, GPS very much. I'm going to turn it off for see here. To make it, yeah. All right, it's telling me to go straight until I get to, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, shit. Oh, did I really go a different right way? Yeah, I'm like way past it. I gotta turn around. Yep, that's fine. I didn't realize it was that close. We have a tailwind at least. What are we going to? Oh, I see where we're going. Yeah. 1.3 miles, turn left on Gulf Coast Road. Okay. Then go back to the chat.
In 1.25 miles, turn left.
Minecraft mode. Hey, Julian. What was this comment? 3 SaaS business ideas. AI took 1 day each. Meaningless ideas. 0 investment. Interesting. All right, I gotta watch out for this hill because brakes and stuff. Oh, there's wind going both directions. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. It's 3 a.m. What? It's crazy. Okay, next left. ate a whole can of refried beans. like a whole freaking can. We have a few more people here, so I guess I'll go ahead and tell you. Oh, I'm kind of nervous because as soon as I say it, I'm kind of committed. I'm going to do Tour Divide next year. And this year we're going to be doing regular indoor sessions where we follow what's going on with the Tour Divide every night, probably for a little bit. And we're going to plan it together, and I'm going to do it. You know, I'm already going to get dementia at some point. Yep. Coding does help the brain engage. Yes, it does, definitely. There's lots of other things that do as well, though. Speaking, for example. Talking to people. It fights dementia pretty hard. So, regarding the Tour Divide announcement, I have been planning to do the Tour Divide for more than 6 years. And I've kind of hinted that I've been thinking about it recently because it's been on my mind now that I'm taking the mountain bike. I'm like, well, I was like, well, how much extra would I have to carry in order to live stream, you know, an overnight bikepacking trip? I did the math, and it turns out about 6 extra pounds, right? And I mean, I still need to lose about 25 pounds. So, you know, I'm still overweight. And I was thinking between, you know, push-ups, yoga, the fixie, climbing, and some bikepacking. Bikepacking is a really great way to do long distance endurance in zone 2, which is really good for your heart. It's good for your BMI, your body index. It's good for all that stuff. And I was thinking the other day when I was trying to climb in the mountains, I was really winded. I was like, why am I winded here? I've never been winded by this before. And that was when it became clear that I was starting to get cardio out of shape, or cardiovascular, even though I've been doing a lot of exercise. So I kind of feel like it's all coming together. I was going to hike on the Wellsville Mountains, and I was going to focus on hiking. But then I started thinking about how hard hiking is on the body. I was at one point I was going to do the Appalachian Trail. I started working on different segments of the Appalachian Trail. And I had to give it up because it was just too much. It was too much stress on my joints. My joints had so much stress. And you know, and if I'm going to have joint stress, I'd prefer it be like on the wrists, maybe a little bit in my neck, like with a long bike trip, rather than my back, like a lot of extra weight on your lumbar spine and everything, and your knees and everything. So that's the reason. Oh, I gotta go back. I was supposed to turn left up there.
Turn left.
So, hopefully, if I do everything right, my goal is to be one of the first, if not the first, person to live stream their experience on the Tour Divide. There have been a lot of people who have done Tour Divide with a camera, and then they send in photos and stuff. So far, as far as I know, if there's ever been a live stream, it's just been a little fast one. Oh my God, the wind. You know, it's been a fast little one when they had some time and access. So I will indeed be bringing my Mini with me, my Starlink Mini. I am gonna completely convert my bike to be, I have a Roscoe, which is a lot of dead areas for coverage, not if you have a Starlink. If you have a Starlink, the only dead areas are the tree areas. And there are lots of those. But Velovox recovers almost instantly when you get out of the trees. So I'm looking for, where am I supposed to turn? Yeah. Yep. So we know, we've already tested it. We know that the Starlink Mini is plenty of bandwidth to stream. The downside of the Starlink is that it is only one connection, so you don't have that nice redundancy of two connections in case the one blips. If one of them blips, then the other one picks it up. That's what I have right now. I have two modems right now. That's why it's pretty good. Usually I have three. And then, you know, welcome to River Heights. So we've already tested that. We did some very, very extreme Starlink testing in the middle of an area that did not have cell protection, cell phone reception. We did that in southern Utah at Lake Powell. The people on the boats can't even call. They have to go into the dock to a landline because there's no signal. And we biked down there with the Starlink and it worked. Pasture raised eggs, nice. Oh my God, this cell. Oh. Okay, take a break to see where we gotta go. There's no areas that are dead for Starlink, except for underneath stuff. So we're gonna find out. So for the next year, we're gonna test everything. We already have tested everything. I went up Immigration Canyon with a trailer that had a full-size Starlink and a 60-pound Jackery battery, and it worked the whole entire time. It worked. It was heavy, but it worked. So I have high confidence that the Starlink itself will work as long as it can see the sky. Yeah, it's what I have had for 6 years. Same thing. Yep. Only I don't do Be Right Back. My Be Right Back screen is going to be my most recent clips. I have a unique algorithm that I wrote that will show a random assortment from the most recent clips within the last 7 days, and I can change that to be an hour, 7 days, whatever. And then after that, it plays other clips. Terry did not use a Starlink, no. He did use the Starlink for GAP. Well, yeah, trees always nerf Starlink. That's a given. I mean, that's just a given. I think Terry would do that going into it. I would be really surprised if he didn't know that. I'm sure he knew that. He just accepted that that was going to be the thing, right? I think Terry's biggest problem, I'm pretty sure he used Moblin for that, and Moblin sucks with Starlink. It's horrible. Horrible. I'm even tempted to write a Starlink API integration. Starlink has a data layer that uses what do I want to say, gRPC. Starlink whether it has a connection or not. Instantaneous activity waiting for the I've talked about that a lot. So I'm going to use all my own software for this, except Bellbox. The Bellbox. I'm using my. I'm actually not source one, but we're trying to find the Bonneville Lake. The climbing. Back, it looks like. This is it. Wait, wait, where do I have to go? Oh, I'm going the right way. Yeah, I'm going the right way. It's like, God, what's the name of it? Center. Yeah. We gotta go till. Is this really curvy? What's it called? I can't see because my glasses are very good. Spring Creek Parkway. We rode right over it, like twice. So, yeah, I have a PWA that I use right now, and I can. The best thing about my PWA is you can make clips just by swiping left to do a retro clip and swiping forward to do a forward clip. So I'm going to be making clips the whole trip. So if people miss, let's say, oh, we went past her the other day. So if people are not around, right? If for some reason people miss out, they can, when I'm under the trees or whatever, the clips will kick in and they'll be the most recent things. It'll be kind of a replay. So they can go back and catch up and talk and stuff. And then I want to rotate in. I want to rotate into that, kind of like you would with an advertisement, you know. I want to rotate in the current location based on satellite, based on my Garmin InReach. I spent a lot of money this week. I bought a new Garmin InReach. I'm sorry. Shoulder over there. Is this it? Before. Know that there's signal. There's at the top of this hill. I'm just warning you right now. It's gonna die. Because it's a new neighborhood. They haven't got towers up yet. I just want to go find the beginning of the Bonneville Trail. I think it's lying. I was going to do this on the mountain bike, but I don't have all my parts yet. They should be here tomorrow or the next day. And when the parts are here, I can put the Starlink on the mountain bike. I'm kind of going to call it a Tour Divide bike because even though it's a Roscoe and it's got 120 mil travel, you know, Most of the Tour Divide bikes, at very most, if they even have a front shock, they have maybe 100 travel. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to go through. I was going to save the other announcement till later, but I'm also probably going to move to Ensenada, outside of San Diego. I'm strongly considering moving there in October instead of North Carolina. And I know my North That was one by. Okay. That was odd. Poltergeist. Oh, look at my trash is blowing up. One by. Okay. That was odd. Poltergeist. Oh, look at my trash is blowing up. That was one by. Okay. That was odd. Poltergeist. Oh, look at my trash is blowing up. The encoder's definitely not offline. It's gotta be modem issue. Modem's good. It's down to one modem for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, it's really shoddy connect. Okay, there they both came back again. One of the modems is barely sending anything. So, yeah, it's gonna be shoddy for a second. The hardest part about these Fs, and this is gonna be something I'm gonna have to manage, is that I can't manage the stream without an internet connection. So Bellovox has a thing that lets you use it as internet, but it really sucks. So the better thing to do is to have your phone go through Starlink. And then if you're in the forest, you kind of have to switch back and forth. It's kind of a challenge, because when you're in the forest, you want to use your modems, you know? So I haven't tested it yet, but there is an option for me to re-enable one of them as a hotspot, and that will allow what the Bellobox does is it sends the internet to the default internet connection. an SMS gateway to a control plane. Well, I've thought about that. I've thought about doing minimal stuff through SMS as opposed to through a PWA that has an internet connection. And I can send unlimited but small messages over GPS satellite. But so the most likely thing is I'll try to use the hotspot. I believe the Bella Box hotspot, I haven't tried it in a year. They may have worked it out so that if the default upstream internet goes away, it switches to use it, right? The Bella Box has this idea of a primary internet access point. And I don't think it swaps it. It just picks it and it sticks with that forever. So. But if it does distribute, you know, if it actually does distribute, then that would fix the problem. This hill is so much like what Tour Divide would be. It's a bunch of mountain climbing, really steep descents, like really steep. Fleecer's Ridge apparently. Roscoe's got a dropper post, so I should be fine. Sorry for the heavy breathing. Holy cow. I thought about putting Garmin stats on the screen too. I think it's at the top of this hill, but I want to be sure. Holy cow. Coming down that, I might have to walk. I don't know if I'll have it in me to brake the whole time down. Hey, they put their tramp in the ground like me. Of course, they're on a hill. Is the map even on? I need to make it so moderators can turn the map on. Speed it up. Oh my God. Take a break. Holy shit. Can you guys see how steep this is? Rough gearing. How about one gear? Dude, this is hard to walk up. Oops, I'm farting. Fixie today, yeah? Because I'm waiting on my mountain bike. But this hill here, I don't even think I've done hills this bad. No, that's not true. The Asheville Grand Fondo. The Asheville Grand Fondo. One gear. I don't know if I've got San Francisco skills to go down this mountain.
Turn left.
I know. When to use a mountain bike when there's a mountain involved. It was always the plan, in case you're wondering, using a mountain bike. I still can't believe we have cell signal. Last time we were up here, there was no cell signal. It was all, you guys remember? Last time we came up this high, it was all Starlink only. Moped. Dude, I could walk faster than I could ride. No shame in that though. Oh, look at Mr. Motorcycle. Good for you, sir. Somebody's like, wait a second. Where are the gears on that guy's bike? This hill is insane. I have never been on a steeper hill. Maybe in Provo. They have a hill climb in Provo up to Timpanogos Peak. I think it might have been steeper. Plus I can tell the oxygen is a lot less up here. Yeah. I have a strong feeling we're gonna find the promised land though, because there's all these bike lanes. There's bike lanes on this road still. You know what I mean? This is why I kind of want to stay in Logan even in winter for the elevation training. I'm super conflicted. Based on the Tour Divide announcement, there's a much stronger possibility I will stay in Utah just for the elevation training. If I were to move to sea level, like North Carolina, and try to train for Tour Divide, I would die. I would freaking die. Yeah. Yeah, look at how high up we are. Can you see it? We're so high up. We're above the temple. The temple's over there, like in the distance. You can see the reservoir out there. You can see the entire Wellsville mountain range. Am I in Utah for a while? Well, that's kind of the decision I'm trying to make. I moved to Utah for my kids and they're all gone now. So, trying to figure out what to do. I'm not gonna keep paying $2,100 for a rent. Yeah, it is. Hey, look, I reached my goal of 10, whatever that is. Oh my God. Well, I'm glad I outlined this trail. It's called Bonneville Shoreline Short. Here, let me send it to you so you can have something to look at. Share. Sync photos. Who can see this, public? Tell me what that does. Walk your ass up the steep hill. Well, honestly, the walking is a part of the training, because when you do Tour Divide, you've got to have gear that you can walk in, because there's tons of hills. You have to walk your whole rig up the hill. It's like a cyclocross times 1,000. Motorcycle, I love motorcycles, but not if I'm going to do Tour Divide. In North Carolina, yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. If And I've all but decided I'm not coming to North Carolina except for one weekend with my kids at Christmas. That's it. The rest of the time, I want to stay someplace that I can either ride my bike all year long, or that I'm at elevation and I can do something endurance-based all day, all year long. Possibly cross-country skiing, which I could actually probably stream now that I have a pack. So, I don't know, we're gonna find out. Hey, look at all the share the road and bike route stuff. Boy, I'm glad it's not one of those hot days. Cross country skiing is dumb. I think I love it. I like getting out in the snow. Yeah. Electric scoot things, everybody has that here too. Oh my God. This hill is straight up. This is a wall. I mean, you could make the argument that I could get in just as much training as I need in the winter, and that I need to learn how to dress for the cold. You know? You can make a strong argument for that. Is that the path? Where does the path start? Oh God, longboarding down this would be so amazing. If I had a younger body, you know I would do it. All right, there we go. Wait, what? Is that the trailhead? I think there's a trailhead up there. I can't tell if it's a shed for that house or a trailhead. Okay, private property, no trespassing, bicycle and foot traffic only to access the trail. Okay, I was wondering about that before. I came to this trail at a different place and it said private property, but that just tells you that it's only private if you're not foot traffic to the trail. That house just barely got put in. They're still doing the landscaping. Look at those big old windows. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my God. My hamstrings are so spent.
Right onto Bonneville Shoreline Trail.
My hamstrings are totally fired up right now. Now we're oh, keep gate closed. You can open it, but you gotta close it. Oh shit. It's not that bad. I'm doing it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it, guys. I'm going for it. God, look at how far it goes. It goes all the way down there and, oh my God, I need the brake. I really wish I had the mountain bike. I don't know, we're gonna find out. You guys got me, right? If I die, there's no way to tell anybody that I've left the earth. Hell, we're almost to the top of this mountain. If we go one more span there, we'll be at the top. Track lacrosse engage. One chance to fix the, oh God. You can always walk it, Rob. Don't worry, dude. Yeah, there's no motorcycles allowed up here, thank God. Oh shit. A little bit too much air in my tires. I'm being super careful. That's kind of stupid. They closed off the view there. Who wants to go on a trail if you can't see the view? Can't read right now. Oh shit. It's a little bit of downhill. Rump. Ow. Are we climbing more? Oh shit. And just watching. Something I noticed that when pushing your bike, having SPDs is so much better than pedals because you don't rip up your shins. I have scars from ripping my shins up on pedals just from pushing the bike. You slide in the wrong place or whatever. Oh shit. You see this? Oh man. That's a really serious downhill. Good night. Mountain bike, this is a no-brainer, but on a no cows up here, no. Super pretty though. I tell you what though, I pretty much have decided that I need to take actual mountain biking shoes and that are really, really, really comfortable. I can walk in them. And some probably lightweight sandals for the water passes. There's a couple places you have to walk through the water. I love my sandals, but if I have to go poop in the woods and there's poison ivy, or you know, to catch something in the toe, if I was bike touring and I was on a big long open stretch, which it kind of is, you know, I'm gonna take, I don't know. Part of the problem is there's no video of the entire Tour Divide, of the whole thing. There's only little segments. There really needs to be. That might take away the mystery a little bit. Here's a gate. Where does it go though? Habitat protected area up there. I am not going down that hill. Where does it go? Is that protected neighborhood stuff? Oh God, hey guys, go look at the map. Can you go look at the map for me? Hell, I can look at the map. Do exclamation point map. I know if it goes down there, that eventually it comes to the top of the canyon, but I kind of want to get off this trail. Now that I know that it's here, I know how to get to it. That was the main goal, so I've done that. I don't want to do it on a fixie, Wrong bike. Wait, why is this doing that? Oh. Tools, go off tools. Auto pause, turn right. Turn off. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a detour. My God, the wind. Can you feel the wind? If this doesn't come out, it's gonna be really bad. But I think it does. Time to hike a bike. That's why I took my water bottle off. By the way, there's a fair amount of hike-a-bike that you have to do on the Tour Divide apparently. That's what worries me the most because I don't have a light bike. Whew, that wind is insane. Hey, birdie. Like the first video of the whole thing, yeah. The wind is not warm, no. It's not cold either. It's kind of cool. So, if I was trying to walk my mountain bike through this shit with all the gear on it, that would be very unpleasant. You know what I mean? I kind of just taking notes here because this is kind of an early hike-a-bike experience, so I can kind of like. There's lots of fence posts here with nails sticking up, and I got to be really careful. I could sleep right there. If I was on Tour Divide, I'd sleep right there, right at the base of that tree. I'd take a nap. I kind of want to do it now. Oh, I found a good place to hold on. If I hold on right here and right here, it's nice and easy and my legs are far from the pedals. I gotta remember that. Make a clip for that. That's a good trick to do with the mountain bike too. That's actually a strong reason to not put something there. A lot of people will put a trail bag there and they can't grab the pole. They'll put a top tube bag right in the front, like a, what do they call it, a Ventu box. But I think having just discovered that trick, I would do the feed bags on the side and I would leave the top bar alone so I could grab the bar. Now, I'm not gonna be able to grab the bar all the way because I'm gonna get a frame bag. But maybe that's a reason not to get a frame bag. You know, I don't know. Like a full frame bag. Another reason not to get a full frame bag is just the overall wind problem. But they're just so convenient. You get so much space out of them. You can put like water bladders that fill the entire bottom of them, and the water, and then all that water weight is like really, really low. I think that's by far the best way to carry water possible. The heaviest thing on your whole bike is bottom and right by the axle. All the water, your bike batteries and stuff like that You all put it deep down low on the frame, the lowest possible place you could get. And then I bet your bike probably maneuvers a lot. People load up their handlebars and load up the those high bags off their seat. I look at them and I just cringe so hard. I'm like, the physics of that bike have just gotta suck. It's gotta be so hard to pump it or to maneuver it or anything. But they see other people doing that. All the people who win, they all have a frame bag, almost all. Lachlan's bike setup was by far, I'm talking loud, sorry. It's windy. Lachlan's frame bag setup was by far the best, most efficient use of bike packing bags I've ever seen. Before they had Aero tri-bar bags, he put a bag right there to put salted nut rolls in. I guarantee, I bet you somebody saw that and went, we're gonna make that into an actual bag. He had a single huge tail fin cargo pack on the back of his bike. They put everything in, and he had a massive, he had a massive frame bag. So he had his salted nut roll bag, he called it, which is right where he was leaning over all the time. And he had a water bottle up there too. He had a water bottle up there, so he always had water. And he had his frame bag, and if I remember right, he didn't put water in his frame bag. He wore, on the longer stretches, he wore a backpack with water on it, with water in it. And when he would go to refeed, he would wear his backpack. He had this really ultralight backpack, and he'd stuff it full of food. And he'd take all that to his campsite, and then he would repack his whole campsite from this little tiny kind of over your shoulder bag. And pretty much everything, all his main stuff was in his cargo bag, his tail fin cargo bag. And after he did that, everybody did tail fins. Everybody. If you go look at the bike rigs of that 2026 for the Tour Divide, which we're gonna go through when we get home. If you look at them all, God, my arms are getting a workout from holding the bike. They almost all have tail fin, and tail fin sponsors it now. Tailfin's an official sponsor of the Tour Divide, at least of that page. The Tour Divide's not a thing. It's free. Oh, you guys know where we are? I know where we are. We've been here before. We were here in the car. Yeah, we drove up here. Yo, you don't want tetanus. Yeah. Oh, I know, man. Wait, you have a Velcro over water vital mount allows mounting over. Yeah, there's lots of approaches to that, but I like the bladder approach the best of all, because you know, the logistics of it are so much better. And you know, I'm also not going to do anything sticky. I'm not going to bring any powders or anything like that. A lot of people do. A lot of people bring powders. If I did bring powder, I would bring one small, like highly concentrated water bottle that just had that in it. Yeah, we were here, guys. We came here once before. Uh-huh. We went down to the end of this thing, I remember, in the car. Yeah, I remember it now. We gotta go back. I don't think this is an exit. I'm not sure, though. Whew. I don't know if this exits or not. Small tailfin racks. Yeah. I just like the tailfin because it fits in your slipstream behind you. You know what I mean? God, I hope this goes down. If this doesn't go through, I love how there's like all this share the road shit up here. I love that. Just gotta make sure I can still skid. Hell, this would be good skid practice. Share the road. Road pen is the one I want to get, yeah. Not gonna have any tires left. It just depends on what bag you're talking about. They make all kinds of bags, right? Goofy. I'm trying to practice my goofy skid. I'm getting better. I'm getting better, but I need practice. I scoped out the dimensions for my frame bag. But I don't like it when bikepacking rigs get really busy. It's a pretty common thing. I just don't like it. Please tell me this goes down. Apparently, yes. Damn, look at that view. Indeed. I'm just being super paranoid. Oh shit. Oh shit, I got a bail. I popped out. That's why I was being careful. I got a bail. I lost my phone. Oh boy. That's the only downside of that. It's so sketch. Surprised my phone came off. Normally it doesn't. I'm gonna have to get a new attachment for that. Yeah. The spring let go on my shoe. I popped out. It was too much tension. I had a feeling that would happen. That's why I was really going slow. You know, when people race with clips, you know what? I just answered my own question. I'm gonna put my clip pedals back on my urban bike, and I'm gonna get better straps, because the straps don't break. The straps don't break. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Nobody's gonna make a comment about me bailing. Not a single one. All right, let's see if this clip still works. I think it was just a high tension pop out. You're gonna do a few simple overnighters? Oh, your guys were out of range. Wait, did you guys not even see it? Am I out of range? You don't see me bail into the grass? Very graceful. You know, it's funny, as I was like navigating while one foot was spinning to get over the curb to get onto the grass. I was like, please God, let me get over the curb. The thing, okay, so here's the thing, all right? So here's the stop sign. All right, I'm going to be goofy footing the rest of the time because the clip that's loose is my other foot. So, crash this happened, you took a good exit. Yeah. So, what was I going to say? I mean, the reason, so the thing is so great about clips is you can bail so much easier. With clips you can bail like on skis. you can throw the bike and just pop out and just land on your ass or whatever, right? You can't do that with clips. I've had more close calls with straps than I've had with clips because I couldn't get out of the pedals. My foot was like, jammed up into the pedals. And so one of the feet got out, but you ever been skiing and you're like wiped out and your bindings are too tight and you like fuck your knee up? So there's a huge debate about whether to use clips versus, pedals these days. The thing about the clips is if you even rotate a little, you come out, and that's what I did. The reason I popped out is because I just rotated a micro bit, just a teeny tiny micro rotation, and I popped out. Because you got so much pressure, right? It's just waiting to come out. So, the downside of straps is that you're more likely to fuck your knee up. At least I think you are. You get your foot like totally hung up in there, and you're not coming out of that without a twisted knee or something. But like when I bailed, I had no problem bailing. I just threw the bike and just clipped out. Anyway, a little bit of a lesson there. I'm still pretty new at the fixie. I've only been riding a fixie for a month. So, I really love it. But when these guys do, one of the things that I was trying to do that got me in trouble is I was trying to do longest skid competition. And that's just asking for problems. Because, you're just asking for problems when you do longest skid, because when you're doing longest skid, your feet are still on the pedals and they can like move around and stuff while you're down there. If you're just doing like an isolated little skid to slow your speed that's probably why like alley cat guys, there's so many alley cat racers who swear by clips. They don't use straps anymore. And I'm guessing that's the reason, because they're not having a world's longest skid competition, And if they do, they really lock their legs in a specific position. I noticed that too. I noticed like when I was doing the skid practice, I'm just kind of rubber ducking this whole thing. Hope you guys don't mind. But I noticed that when I was doing the skid practice back there, that when I locked my knee against the frame, it made it more consistent. And I've seen people take that position when they're doing long range skids. They'll like lean forward on the bike and they'll lock their one of their knees will touch the frame. But that's when I came out, because I rotated my knee toward the frame and that twisted my foot and I snapped out. I clipped out, and that's why I had to bail. So that was good. Good experimentation. Those guys coming down the Alps on their fixed gears, they had a chain brake on them, and they were just talking about how happy they were that it didn't happen during the middle of their descent. They would have died. And I was thinking to myself, as much as I love riding fixed gear, that's, so I really have two choices, right? Where the hell are we? I really have two choices. I can be like really serious and never put a brake on my bike and just only ride pretty mellow stuff around town. No Alps, no San Francisco. Or, wait, do they have water here? We could use a drink. The wind. Or I can put a brake on my bike and then take it on the scary stuff. Or I can leave the brake off and do the scary stuff on the right bike. Ride a mountain bike. You know what I mean? Ah, that was good. I've never been to this park before. I have no idea where we are. I know we're close to home, but I just don't, we're pretty far from any place I know. Oh, I know where we are. Yeah, this is the road that goes to Macy's. Yeah, there's Macy's right there. What did I need from Macy's? I needed something from Macy's. I think it was hot sauce. I think I'm out of hot sauce. Oh, they have a skate park. Yeah, I know right where we are. I gotta go check the park. That's the other thing about straps. You can do tricks with straps. You can't do it without. To tell you the truth, that's another reason to put straps back on. If I put straps back on, I can actually try some of those tricks. I think I'm probably going to do that. The other thing too is you don't have to have special shoes. I bought some Velosongos. I love them, but I really don't need them if I got straps. And I was kind of looking for, some lightweight pedals for my mountain bike versus the ones I have on now. I'm just talking here. I'm just talking here. Go home and hit the jacuzzi. How about that? How does that sound? Ooh, this butter. Temperature's dropping. Oh, it's yelling at me about my trip. I just turn that off. Have you guys been turning around this whole time? Yeah, newer parts of Utah have roundabouts. Thank God. They make so much more sense, and they're not that much harder to make. Sorry. go, dude. God damn it. Can you imagine doing 80 miles a day for 30 days? I'm gonna try. I wonder if Terry wants to do it with me. I doubt it.
In a quarter mile, turn right. That was quite the ride. Turn right onto West 2075 South.
Yeah. Paca, how you doing? We just found the trailhead and I climbed like a 14% grade on my fixed gear for like, I don't know how long, it felt like forever because I don't have the through axle. By the way, if you get a tail fin, make sure you use the through axle. There's a post to the Tour Divide. Have you been following the Tour Divide group? Facebook group? You should do that. There, you go back and look at the VODs. There's a Tour Divide Facebook group, and there's this person about to start, and they're like, they used the seat bolt on a carbon bike, and it sheared the thing right out. It just pulled it right out. And they're like, I can't carry my gear. Does anybody have a through axle adapter? And I was like, you had to know that that's gonna shear off of your carbon bike after 4,000 miles of right at the base of that tree. I'd take a nap. I kind of want to do it now. Oh, I found a good place to hold on. If I hold on right here and right here, it's nice and easy and my legs are far from the pedals. I gotta remember that. Oh shit, I gotta bail. I popped out. That's why I was being careful. I gotta bail. I lost my phone. Yo, duck, what's up? This duck is like totally happy. I'm gonna go swim in that pool right there. And I'm gonna like it. There's nothing to eat in this water, dude. It's I need another yerba mate. They're just so fucking expensive. Some kind of pate going on. There. That's a good one. Oh, it's back. Okay. Well, then why isn't it? what's up? And then I went there shaking hands on the picnic table. What was that about? Not this weekend, but next weekend. Really quick, how about we put it over here so we don't cause an injury? I'm gonna take the Starlink and everything, so it'll be the first of the, sort of definitive tests. I'll come back to this later. Why is it bouncing again? To the jacuzzi. I'll come back to this later. I just need a towel. I really don't need a towel, but I'm gonna get one anyway. Oh, that jacuzzi's that smoothie's gonna make me feel all bloated. It's okay though. I'll take my shoes off. There's like so many places where the signal sucks. Ooh, it's windy. Trek. I was thinking about painting my bike, putting something fancy, making it fancy. What do you guys think? Should you paint bikes or no? Wow, look at that sunset. Why does it keep kicking out? It must be only on my one modem. It didn't do that on 3. I have a feeling that one of the modems is down. So when the one goes down, it's it. Dude, it is really, really cool. And now you guys are dead. Why are you dead? It doesn't look nearly as good on the phone as it does on my eyes. Oh good, it's uncovered. I'm gonna have to fuck with it. This is gonna feel so freaking good. Found an injury. Damn, that's pretty significant. That's a piece of skin. You want to see my skin? On your bike, on your fixed gear, as if you needed to hear that. I know you're making fun of me. I'll do the wait. Oh, we have to do ASMR. We have to do hot to do ASMR again. I need to change the hot tubs category. I always forget. I'm going to change the hot tubs category. See if I can do that. Holy cow, it's cold. That wind is insane. Do we not have a hot tubs category? All right, let's change it. Wait, what? It just died. Why is it dying? We need a hot tub. Hot tub. How about that? How about the bikini? Hot tub time. And it changes to hot tubs. No. I should put like, let's get wet. I should put something stupid like that. Pool. No. Pool's hot tubs are to death. Sisty. Job, tech, career, tech life, what the fuck, no. Damn it, I gotta make a whole thing for this. Pools, hot tubs, and beaches. IRL, chill, job, cozy, sunset. I don't know, something like that. Should we just do that one? Yeah. Did they turn the bubbles on? That's cool. I didn't know that. I had to tighten this thing down so much that it like put a mark in my head. I swear to God.
It's a balloon, look. All the bubbles coming up.
How pretty it is.
Oh my god.
The mountain. It's like bigger.
Hold up, I gotta build the bubble back.
Yes, know that trick.
Wanna see a bubble?
Oh, this part right here. The wind is cold on my head. It's really cold. If I get that. It's like a whirlpool right there. I just don't know if I could do 80 miles a day. 80 miles a day for 30 days. 80 miles a day for 30 days. That's what it is. That's what Tour Divide is. People do like 40 or 50. People do like a lot less, but I just don't know. You know? What do you guys think? I don't even know how to train for that because it's like you can't do 80 that much. I don't see like if you were to do training, I was starting to do 5-hour rides like every day, and they were slow. They're like really slow, and then I worked up on the weekend. I would do a century on the weekend. Every weekend I would do 100 miles, and then on a Saturday I would like spend my entire Saturday doing a century. Right, I would do a century ride. Plan for that. I think a lot of long, slow. Obviously, you'd have to do a lot of. It's more about. I don't think it's more. It's not about cardio. It's more about how long can you stay in the saddle and not like be uncomfortable. Like, how can you learn to be cozy on your bike? Like really, really, really cozy. I think that's probably the most important thing to train is like how do you figure out how to spend lots and lots of time on the saddle? Because most people who quit, they don't quit because they have their fitness level. They quit because they get saddle sores or they have neck problems, they have wrist problems. There's a guy who almost got it. There's a condition that happens when you're on the tri bars too long that your neck actually stops. Uh-oh. Hey, what is the name of the condition when somebody, an ultra distance bicyclist, loses control of their neck muscles and can't keep their head up anymore?
That's called Schirmer's neck. It's infamous among long-distance cyclists, especially in ultra-endurance races. Good luck never hurts. If you're ever to a huge ride, definitely make sure.
Bad lag still. There shouldn't be any bad lag. It says 6,000 kilovolts. It's so bad. It doesn't. It says it's doing 6,000 kilobits per second. So I don't know. Yeah, one of the Ethernet modems looks like it got nerfed pretty bad, but otherwise it's pretty good. I must have been a temporary thing. Josh, if it's still bad, let me know. Yeah, so anyway, I was talking about Schirmer's neck. keeps popping in and out though. I don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah. Don't know what's up with that. I have to go check it out when I get back to the place. All that stuff logged. Anyway, I was just talking about Shermer's Neck. I'm going to finish that thought. So, Shermer's Neck is like, yeah, it's really bad. I don't think I'm going to get that problem because I'm only going to do 10 hours of biking a day. Maximum in the saddle would be 10 hours a day of streaming and biking and like eating and stuff. So that give me 8 hours of sleep and some time to walk around and relax, and I should still be able to do 80 miles a day. If I do 80 miles a day, I should be able to they sometimes do more. They'll like do 120, 150 a day. But why does it keep cutting out? I don't know why it keeps cutting out like that. It's like really lame. Keeps going to a black screen every once in a while. I don't know why it's doing that. So, this feels good. I'm gonna take off. I'll see you guys later. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna raid. We're gonna raid ugly. We're gonna raid ugly. I wish she's watching the bricks and minifig stuff. So I talked about it a lot already, but well, I'm gonna go home and sleep. So I will see you guys later and try to figure out what's going on with this lag. Fix this last piece. If I have to, I can just bail and I can use the SRTLA relay that I'm already paying for to develop. Probably should have both as backup. So there it goes. It just dropped again for the hell of it.